How come when Luigi uses his plunger grab, he actually gets less range if you use an item that slows down time? Just look at this side by side, same distance and everything. Or why is it that only some projectiles rotate around the planet in the Mario Galaxy stage while others don't? So like, only some objects get affected by the planet's gravity now? Welcome back to the series where we look at video game logic in a dead serious manner. Smash Bros can have some very odd interactions in it, so here are 30 things in Smash Bros Ultimate that don't make sense. How is Jigglypuff able to put anyone asleep from singing her song? Even robots like Mega Man or Rob fall asleep somehow from this melody. But weirdest of all, even another Jigglypuff falls asleep from the same song that she herself sings, but now when that same song is sung back to her, she falls asleep. What dictates whether a character can wall jump or not? Like, both Toon Link and Young Link can wall jump, but then Breath of the Wild Link can't, when Breath of the Wild is a game completely based around climbing on walls and jumping off of them. Or then there's Villager, who throughout the entire Animal Crossing series could never jump, but in Smash, he's just a natural wall jumper. How is it that both Squirtle and Greninja can drown in water? These are both water-type Pokemon. Literally, where they live and hang out is in the water. But now they can barely even swim for like 5 seconds before drowning. Pichu hurts himself when he uses his electric moves cause he can't control them or whatever. But then how come his electric taunts don't hurt him at all? His taunts look probably the most painful too. Look how hard he's trying. And then his side B move, Skull Bash, doesn't even use electricity if you don't hit anyone, yet this move still hurts you. What's with the racers in the big blue stage? I mean, I thought this was a race, yet they're all just behind each other in a single file line. No one is even attempting to pass, like what a boring race to watch. Even in the other F-Zero stages, the racers are acting normal, but here, they're just being polite or something. How come this Mario stage has the name Mushroom Kingdom 2 when the stage itself doesn't even take place in the Mushroom Kingdom? Yeah, you're actually in the world of Subcon, which was the setting of Mario 2. So this stage has nothing to do with the Mushroom Kingdom. Alright, now it's time to get the big one out of the way. Why do all these typically friendly Nintendo characters suddenly have the urge to fight each other now, even though they're friends? It makes sense sometimes if like Mario is fighting Bowser, but then in the next match, you could have Mario fighting Peach. Like, what, Mario? You're beating your wife. What's gotten into you? And also, why do all these characters even want to be invited to Smash Brothers, which seems like an underground fight club of sorts? Little Mac, I could see being excited from getting the invitation because he's a boxer, but then you have Villager, who's never fought in his life, yet is as happy as ever. Do all these Nintendo characters have like built up anger inside that they're just waiting to let out? What's with the Mega and Mini Mushrooms in this game? How come it affects both characters in a duo like Banjo-Kazooie or Duck Hunt? There's only one mushroom, yet both characters grow or shrink. Then there's Pokemon Trainer that has all 3 of the Pokemon grow when only one of them eats it. They're not even close either, in fact they're still in the Pokeball. But then for the Ice Climbers, the mushroom only affects one of them, so where's the consistency with these things? The weights of the characters in this game mostly make sense, but there are some odd ones. Like, how does Sephiroth, this big buff guy, weigh just as much as Kirby, this tiny puffball made of air presumably? Or how is Mewtwo, this giant Pokemon, weigh less than this tiny monkey? Another weird one is Meta Ridley, this giant metal dragon that weighs less than Terry, who's just some strong dude with big arms. How are the characters with full body suits able to eat the food in this game? I'm talking about people like Samus, Meta Knight, or even Olimar. And then there's Rob, he doesn't even have a mouth at all. So I have no idea where he puts the food, he just shoves it in his face. Ever notice that the fire escape in the Tomodachi Life stage doesn't connect to any doors? Oh, you didn't notice because you don't look at video games in a literal manner? Okay, fair point, but I noticed it literally has no purpose because no one can get to it. It even looks like it leads somewhere here, but nope, just a wall. Just take a look at Sephiroth's final smash here. How does anything, just anything, survive after this? Not only just the characters he's using it on, but the stage too, or even the universe. The guy explodes the planet you're on, which even causes other planets to explode too, and yet when it's done, your opponents just fall asleep like they couldn't care less. How are the characters able to carry around these massive objects with them and pull them out of nowhere? Ganondorf can just randomly pull out like a giant sword, or King Dedede has these huge spike balls with him at all times. But weirdest of all is Simon and Richter. All the stuff they throw, like axes, crosses, or holy water, they seem to have an unlimited amount of it. So where do they keep it all while running around and fighting? When you use a Pokeball and Goldeen comes out, this Pokemon will simply just do nothing and splash around. But why would they choose Goldeen for the role when the Pokemon Magikarp is literally known for splashing around and doing nothing? I honestly think they got Goldeen and Magikarp mixed up because Goldeen doesn't even learn Splash. How come all the character sizes are messed up here? Ridley is this massive dragon who dwarfs any normal person, but in Smash, he's just as tall as like an average Joe. Or there's Olimar, who's a quarter of the size of a Wii disc, yet he's huge in Smash. You know, I think I've found the answer to this one actually. And that is, they're loading up the fighters with Mega or Mini Mushrooms before they come to Smash Bros. How does the Star Fox squad use their final smashes in stages that are deep underground, like the Metroid stages for example? You're supposed to be in the depths of a planet, yet all these spaceships swoop way down here and bring the characters up to outer space, and then just bring them back down to the depths after. Samus herself can even fly her ship way down here too. So if she can do that, then the Metroid games would be a lot quicker. How can Peach pull out a turnip from any surface? Even from like steel spaceships or surfaces that are so thin you couldn't possibly fit a turnip here, but yet she uses some sort of witchcraft to make these veggies appear. And along those same lines, how is Olimar able to pull out Pikmin from any surface as well? Pikmin are living creatures this time, yet Olimar just finds them in like a giant dragon that's flying around, or in icebergs somehow. These Pikmin are really digging around in any surface now. How do the characters rotate themselves around Spiral Mountain in the Banjo-Kazooie stage? It's just the camera moving, not the mountain, yet the characters seem to be rotating around at the same pace as the camera itself. They don't even seem to be moving their feet, or they can even do it while lying down, or even while asleep. Now that is very remarkable. Ever notice how weird some of the places that you fight on actually are? Some are pretty fitting, like these big stadiums or boxing rings, but then in others, you'll just be fighting on random rooftops. So like, do the people living here ever wonder what all the racket is about? Or this one, where you literally go through people's apartments to fight, and they just stand there and smile at you. Or what about in the middle of racetracks? Do the racers not get annoyed that you're ruining their sport? But besides the weird stages, what about the deadly ones? Like, why is everyone so focused on fighting each other when there looks to be some sort of war going on in the background? Or in this place with rising lava, why are you guys even down here? Or how about when a bunch of Pokemon just come in and try to burn you? Like, come on, let's stop fighting each other and fight the Pokemon instead. How come Fox is so massive when he's standing on his own ship? He is literally bigger than the cockpit that he drives in. Like, this is seriously supposed to be the Great Fox Starship? Psst. It's like he's standing on a toy. In the stages that don't have a pit on the sides and just have a walk-off, how does simply walking away kill you? It's like as soon as you leave the camera, they're done with you and someone kills you. You can even tilt the camera and see there's not like a pit or something, yet you still die if you walk too far in the wrong area. A bit of backstory for this one, just take a look at this picture for a sec. It's a render from the year 2000. Now tell me, if you had to predict who would eventually make it into Smash from this photo alone, would you ever guess that the piranha plant beat Waluigi? Yeah, that's really it for this one. How is Waluigi still not in Smash, yet a piranha plant is? In Bowser Jr.'s final Smash, he transforms into Shadow Mario, just like he does in Mario Sunshine, and that's a cool reference. But then, why do all the Koopalings also turn into Shadow Mario when they've never been able to do that and are not even in Mario Sunshine? Like, what the heck, guys? Is transforming into Mario just a common thing all Bowser's kids can do now? How come the Inklings can turn into a squid and swim around anywhere when normally they would have to be in some ink to do that? I mean, now they're literally swimming in solid surfaces, which makes even less sense. How can characters get buried in any surface on any stage? Even things like metal, leaves, or a living flying dragon thing. And then even dirt comes out of these surfaces too, which is even more strange. Tell me some more things that don't make sense to you in the comments, and I'll see you next time.